I invite you to join me at the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, because here, we're all about community. With like-minded people and businesses, the Chamber will help your business grow, and you get to connect with people that will become your best friends. Weekly events give you ample opportunities to learn alongside talented professionals. At the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, we are better together. Become a member at delraybeach.com. Good morning, Delray Beach. I'm Amanda.
I'm Jamil.
And we are here at Worx.
Yes.
A brand new space by a guy who's been here for quite some time that everybody knows and loves, which we'll introduce in a minute. But this is such a cool area. So we are in the design district, which a lot of people have been talking about. Actually, this weekend, I was working at the Green Market. And people were like, oh, is this the booth for the new art district? I'm like, no, we're from the CRA. This is the Arts Warehouse. But this area is getting some traction.
Well, I can tell you, I just remember this area like 5 years ago, nobody would want to be over in this area because it was just more of car deal. I mean, car auto body shops. This area just didn't look the way that it looks now.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So
it feels like
I really have to applaud the owners or whoever are operating this area. They really came in, cleaned it up, really put a nice little funky, really in a good way, like really some culture, some pizzazz to it. Really spruced it up. I can just say they swagged it out.
They did. I mean, you have Caesars over here doing their barbecue. You have cookies. You have a what is it? A refillery. There's all kinds of cool things happening over here. But speaking of cool things, we had some fun last week.
We did have some fun. You know, we had the opportunity at the Delray Beach Open to judge tequilas and tacos. Tacos and tequilas.
That's what we're all about.
Yes. So if you know one way to our heart, it's just food and booze.
We'll work for food and booze.
Yes. So, I mean, there were a lot of restaurants locally from this area.
How many were there? Do you remember?
It was about 10. Yeah, it was about 10. It was about 10 of them. I mean, you from in the winter, you had from Rocco's Tacos, you had Drift, you had a couple from Boca too, as well.
And one was like from far.
Yeah, one was from Vero.
Vero, that's what it was.
Vero.
We were like,
it was only from
where?
Vero Beach, and they came down to actually give us some tacos and tequila.
And this was the first time they did this event, sold out, and thanks to all of you who were watching and kept asking us, how do I get tickets? I know it sold out quick, because it was just so much fun.
Nah, I totally agree. I think Drift ended up winning. They ended up winning the best taco. Best taco. Then you had one for the best tequila. I forgot which one.
Oh, it was, I forget the name.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Let's go ahead.
All right, well, we've been talking about it.
We'll go ahead and show you. We'll go ahead and show you. We're just talking about it. My bad.
We had a very hard job being judges of tacos, tequila, and tennis.
Well, you gave us tacos and tequila. My scores and my judging may be a little skewed because I have more tequila
tacos.
They're tacos. So
This was so much fun, and we had so many different types of tacos and tequila. Did you have a clear winner?
my clear winner, actually, I think this person actually was just top notch. All of them were really good.
They were all very, very good.
But I think Drift came out as my winner.
Your winner?
The winner,
By
the winner
far?
chicken dinner.
By far or a little?
Drip, no, I mean just.
It was no comparison.
No
to you.
comparison to them.
Okay, so he's better than me because I had two tied for winner because I thought they were good for different reasons. So I had for tied, I had Drift. And I had Blue Dog. The thing that I liked about Blue Dog so much though, because Drift was amazing, like it was legit, like it was full of flavor. But the thing that I liked about Blue Dog was they had 4 different ones that were all really good.
I want to taste the meat. I want the meat to be
fair enough.
flavorful. I want it to be juicy. When I bite into it, I want the juices to roll down my arm.
And it did, and it did. And it definitely did at
I
Drift.
agree.
But I look at it as like the stuff on top is like jewelry on a woman. You need a little bit of extra, and I feel like
But at the end of the day, the jewelry has to come off.
It good. Yeah, in my belly it came off. It was so good.
We're gonna go down the list. You had Deck 84,
Yep.
Rocco's Tacos. We had Crazy Uncle Mike's out of Boca, Drip, Tijuana Flats, and Blue Dog.
And American Icon Brewery.
They actually had a pretty good
They
taco as well.
did.
Drunk people know what tacos should taste like, because
Yeah, they
tacos are like the #1 drunk food.
I'm just glad that we got to come here and have this experience and be part
No,
of
this
the
was
first
really
time of
good.
this
I think
event.
this was a great event
Yeah.
for the Delray Beach Open.
Yep.
I think I can only see this event getting bigger and bigger.
Have a Delray night. Oh, night. It's night.
Do it again. Have a Delray Dave. I mean, peace.
So clearly we had a lot of fun.
No, we did have a lot of fun. I think all of the restaurants did a phenomenal job. I think that was a lot of fun getting out and just being able to drink some tequila, eat some tacos. You know.
Exactly.
Get in my belly. That's that bottle.
And I mean, the whole tournament was so much fun. There were so many events. My parents went the next day to the wine event, had the best time, watched some tennis. I mean, some of the greatest people were here in Delray Beach. And that just goes to show we're kind of a cool place.
That was a cool job by the brothers over there, the Barron brothers that really put on the Delray Beach Open.
Amazing
And that whole
job.
team, they did an
Amazing
amazing job with that event. So it was very high class and top notch. So kudos to you guys.
Also top notch is the space we're sitting in.
Yes.
So I had walked in this space, I don't know, a few months ago, and it was dirt on the ground. It was tiny little bays. And to walk in here today and see how beautiful this was built and how next level Emiliano designed this space.
Yes.
I mean, this is really, who doesn't want to sit here and work all day?
And I think like if you look at it, you're just like, oh my gosh, the space is so small. But I think with his creative mindset, like they've really opened it up and really have multiple things going on.
Yes.
But we're not going to really just talk about it. We'll let him come on and talk about it.
I think we should bring the host on.
Yes.
So we have Emiliano Brooks. So many of you know him from all of his things, like Studio B Squared. Hi. Hi, Vivi. And the cutest coworker here for sure.
This is Harley
Gosh,
Quinn.
Harley Quinn, you're so sweet.
I can just picture everybody right now at home saying, oh.
I know. And if you did it, there's something the matter with you because this the face. I mean, how do you get any work done with this face? I don't know.
Because she sleeps all day.
Oh, good.
She tears things up in the morning, sleeps all
She's
the afternoon,
working.
tears things up at night.
She's working for you.
Yeah.
So tell us about Pixelworks,
Because this is a new concept for you. And I mean, a phenomenal job, Emiliano, like really. And,
Thank you.
and like I was saying a second ago, I mean, I saw it before you built it out and it was little bays and it was like, and to see where it's come
I
today.
wish I had the video. I should have given you to put it, but it was literally like oil slicks on the floor. I mean, just nasty. That wall was only open so much.
There's
No
like a weird
door
loft thing or something in here too, wasn't it? It was
There's
something
actually,
real
well,
strange.
some of the way this place is designed, whoever did
Yeah.
it years ago, there's a bathroom in there, so it kind of comes into the studio. But when you move out the other people over there, one, we have options to expand, and then two, he's going to knock out the bathroom when he puts some more back in there so that I get capture back another whatever, 30 square
Amazing.
feet.
So
Yeah,
tell us about Pixelworks.
So, Pixelworks is a creative co-working space that just brings everybody together in a creative world. It just kind of spun about just some ideas I had years ago, but I don't have 10, 15 million to go get those done. Don't know enough people that would give the money, angel investors, things. And over the years, I've always wanted a studio and stuff. But my biggest thing is I have a finance degree, so my biggest thing is how can I do things without having to spend a fortune?
Yeah.
And as we know, Delray Beach, the area, just everywhere, has just gotten more expensive.
Yeah.
Co-working space, everything. My clientele have gotten, bigger clientele now, and I used to help a lot of entrepreneurs. So, the biggest thing was, how do I help out entrepreneurs who are in the creative space? How do I help myself out so I have an office so that I, next level myself, level up myself?
Yeah.
And how do I create like a community and bring it all together? So, October, I LLC'd. I created this space. I LLC'd, signed the lease mid-November, moved in the first week in January. I was here 3-4 times a day, breaking, getting on the contractors and everybody doing the work, and it's just turned out great. So now, and it's already pivoted and shifted a lot from what initially was the concept. But really what we wanted to do is we wanted to bring something that's a co-working space to Delray Beach that's not corporate, that you can't go in and laugh, that you can't come later on in the day, or but also at the same time collaborate. That's the biggest piece. I mean, everybody in here is collaborating together. We're all working together somehow, some way, and the future growth of this place is really starting to take off. So it really built our community, and now I have an office space. And, and it's nice. I've always wanted a studio too for myself. So I created 2 private offices. So really, it's like a mini version of what's the place over on Congress? I forget the name of it, another co-working space. Regis, right? Is that the one?
Okay.
So it's similar, similar kind of model as Regis as the Seed. Private offices, conference room type style, and co-working space. However, it's created at an open feel, but it's only for creatives. Don't get me wrong, I love realtors, mortgages, and people like that, but this is really built around the creative entrepreneur, so we've kept the prices down low. We've ran the numbers, we know how everything will look and what the potential is with keeping it within reach of an entrepreneur. I mean, because, $200, $400, $50 doesn't matter. It's still a lot of money going out when you're an entrepreneur because you're struggling. You're
Every
bootstrapping
penny,
your business.
every penny,
Everything's going right back into the, you've been there.
Oh, yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
So this was just created out of that. And
That's
almost out of
beautiful.
necessity, but yet, there are no good studios in Delray Beach. I did the research. I'm like, who is this person? So this is here for everybody.
Hard.
So we got 2
very hard.
private offices.
Okay.
So we have, of course, Studio B Squared, my other company, has an office space. And then One Love Social, Ashley, she does social media for home service companies. Mainly, a lot of her niche is in the garbage can. Cleaning bin.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's so
and then Christmas
so
tree.
specific.
Yeah.
That's very
and Christmas tree
specific.
lighting. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm corny. I gotta leave
You are corny. What are you gonna do?
So we got that. You can rent this out as a venue for your private parties. Will hold a good amount of people. You bring your chef. I got plenty of parking. Thank God.
And you have a beautiful kitchen.
Got a
you
nice
can't see the
kitchen.
space, but he has like a stunning open kitchen right over here that is right by the offices. So when you rent the office, you have a kitchen. I mean, really. It's,
No, but it
the biggest
has
thing
a
was
homey feel, though.
It does.
Yeah,
So
it
it was
does.
to get you out of your own way, because when you're at home, when you work, what do?
Yeah.
Oh, let me put the laundry in the dryer.
Yeah,
Let me fold my
yeah.
clothes. Oh, let
You
me
get
make the
distracted
bed.
easily.
Oh, I'm gonna have lunch. Let me put on the TV. Okay, so you're distracted. Then
Yeah.
someone like me who just happens to know a lot of people.
Yeah.
I go to Carmela's. I love it.
and you see everybody.
One, I'm spending $40-$50 for like 5 hours on there between coffee, drinks,
Yeah.
and food. And then I see everybody. So if I have a meeting, a 30-minute meeting can last an hour and a half. Just wasting time.
Yeah,
And the biggest
yeah.
thing, the most valuable thing we have that you can't replace is time.
Absolutely.
With that office and the co-working, and then we created a studio, videography studio that when I'm not using it can be rented. It comes with all the toys except for lights, but stands, flags, diffusers,
That's
cabling,
great.
not green screen, but backdrops. We can do custom things for people in there if they need. I mean, it's limitless.
And if you're wondering like where this place is located, like literally, I think it's probably a quarter of a mile really south of Atlantic Avenue to the left, St. Andre's Way.
Yeah.
I think it's, what is it, Dr. Andre's
Dr.
Way.
Andre's
I'm
Way,
not saying
yeah.
Saint.
You call him the saint. You got
Dr.
tucked
Andre's
it into
Way.
the sainthood.
But I mean, if you come there, you can't really see
Yeah.
it from Congress.
Yeah,
But-
it's right on the train tracks.
Right,
So it's
right.
between the train tracks and Congress, like right off of Atlantic.
Yes. So you really have to come over
South
here.
County Mental Health.
Yes, right over here by that administration
Is that what's
building.
there?
That's right. It's right
I always
over there.
wondered what was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
We don't
think
think that
even if you come over here, like especially, I mean, there's a lot of people over here. You have a lot of traffic really coming through this place. So you talk about the bakeries. You can come over here and get you a little snack.
Yeah.
They have a lot of different things.
There's a lot of stuff. Like I just found out EB Restaurants, the Chick-fil-A corporate headquarters in there. They're coming in tomorrow to check out the space. I think they're moving because they're kind of cutting back, but that's fine. I mean, they're in here. You got a cabinet company, you got massage places, hair places, Kevin's Market, Filthy Design, couple other design places, there's a blockchain co-working space, there's a tech co-working
You have
space.
Jeff Wyman with his
Jeff
art
Wyman
now.
with his art. I mean, you got Andy Rose with Marcom.
Yeah.
You got
Very cool.
Butter
Very cool.
cookies and
Yeah,
Sugar
you do.
Chef.
There's
and
a lot of people.
there's even a mail order prescription company in here
Yep.
that has space.
A
I mean,
what?
Yeah.
I mean,
Compounding
barbers.
pharmacy,
I mean, this
yeah.
place is really good, which is great
Yeah.
because it's a big community. I mean, they're doing
Yeah.
a lot of things here. And I mean, the one last aspect that we have too here is that we have a podcast room. So the
I
podcast
was gonna
room.
ask.
Yes.
That's obviously podcasts are a hot thing. Everybody loves them. There's not many places that have podcast space.
No.
It's out there for rent. I know a couple other places that have them, but it's for their members, not where you can just go in and rent it.
So you can rent it just for.
Yeah, just for an hour.
Okay.
It's a DIY, which is great. It's soundproof room. We've already tested it with trains and mechanics drilling and banging, and doesn't get picked up. And what's great about it is that, when I first initially did this, like a normal co-working space was offices, co-working space, conference room. I was going to rent a conference room for the people kind of traveling and stuff. But then a friend of mine who worked for doing podcasts, and she does MMA fighting stuff. I'll let her talk more about that. Her and her husband and I were just like, you need to go on your own. So I actually pivoted and created the room for the podcast, got rid of the conference room, and created it and set it up so that she has a home, so she can run her podcast management company out of it.
So
and then,
cool.
of course, DIYers can come.
Well, do you want to welcome her on so she
Yes.
can talk
So
further about
her
it?
name is Janine Stella, and she is with Stella Mix, and
love
she is
it. Hi,
she's my work wife.
I
We're here
love
together all the time,
it.
laughing and joking.
So Janine, when it comes to the podcast studio, like for people that's out there wondering, like, what do you do in a podcast studio? What is it for? How does it work? Things of that nature.
Good question. So podcasting has been around for quite some time, but it's really just kind of hit the now market as something that everyone wants to do. And if you own a business in 2023, you should have a podcast for your business. It's a great tool for marketing. It's a great Google search. If you Google my name, my podcast will come up more than anything else because you're building content. And as a business owner, especially small business, local business, Delray, whether you're in anywhere in the United States or anywhere in the world, you can captivate an audience that you might not have gained from just Facebook or Instagram. So from the emergence of a cool idea to helping someone flourish with a podcast, I help everybody.
So for people who are watching, they're like, wow, I've always wanted to do this. Because we were chatting a little bit earlier, and I was like, oh my gosh, you can help with everything. So if somebody comes in the door and they have an idea they want to do a podcast, but no idea where to start, you can help them.
I can help them from people walking in and saying, what is a podcast? A lot of people don't even
Oh, that's scary.
a lot of people don't even know what it is. They're like, where do I find that? What's Spotify? I mean, we're talking
Okay.
we're talking
We really don't know.
hand holding.
Okay.
She does much better
Hand-holding.
than me. I would tell them to Google it.
Yeah, Emiliana would be like, sit right here,
Just
rent the
Google it.
space,
Totally.
and get your computer out.
I don't know what that is, but I want to do it.
Right. Everyone's
I
doing
said I should.
I was told, everyone tells me
You're
I should
missing out.
do a podcast, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm calling you.
Right.
So I get that
Okay.
a lot, believe it or not. And so I have to handhold people through the process, and I have a very specific plan of action that
Okay.
once someone signs on with me, I'm going to help them identify the name of their podcast, their target audience, the subject matter. We're going to plan out some of their episodes. We're really flourishing this masterpiece of, I call art, really, because you're creating something that someone's going to have forever, that's going to be available to the entire world to hear.
It's amazing. And how does that work? So if I want to do a podcast and I come in here Do I have to sign a year contract? How does it work to be able to work with you and have that level of service? Because even people out there who you think you might know what you're doing, ask an expert. It saves you a lot of trouble and money. Being business owners, we've had a lot of hiccups along the way, and if someone can just jump you from A to C even, that's a huge win, but you can take them from A to Z. So how do we work with you? What do we
Well, you have to sign in blood.
Okay.
So
All
you're
right.
with me
Let's
for
go.
life.
Let's go.
Like totally, you're a lifer. No. So I have a process where you come in, we sign on board. I am a month-to-month contract.
Oh, wow.
So I make it easy that people don't have to sign a gym membership to be with me. Listen,
Forever,
if
yeah.
you don't want to do your podcast, or let's say your passion for the subject matter goes away. Maybe you just want to take a break or whatnot, right?
Good.
You're like, you know what, I was really passionate about this and I'm all gung-ho, but now I just want to take a break and kind of develop a new idea. So I'm month to month. I make it very easy and affordable for people to come in, whether they want full audio or they want video. We do it all.
Oh, so you can do it where they're recording the podcast, you have video of the podcast being, because a lot of people, I know that's something that we were talking about, a lot of people are excited about now. So you can take it that one step further. Instead of it being, okay, yes, you have the podcast, now you can also create video content with your podcast. So you're getting two things at once.
100%. Video podcasting has really taken off. And with the emergence and popularity of Joe Rogan, everyone sees what a global brand he is. And so many people have YouTube channels or they have video capability embedded on their website, and they want to showcase who they are and what and how they think, which will help them gain new customers.
For sure.
So people get to know a business owner before they ever even do business with them with video, with audio. It's just a great tool.
I love it. And I think it's so fabulous that you have this collaboration here, because for people who want to work, want to create a podcast, you can come here, one stop, and have all these different services right at your fingertips without having to pay $10,000 a month.
That's why I kept it creative. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
Studio B Squared, it's creative
Right,
design,
right.
printing, and all that stuff. So that's why,
Yeah.
this was all for it. I mean, save time, have a happy home. I'm here every day at 8 o'clock. I drop the kids off at school in Pomosa, and I'm right here. And it's like, I don't have to go to Starbucks anymore.
Yeah.
I mean,
How could people get in contact and find out more information?
they can go to the website, pixelworksdelray.com. They can find me through Studio B Squared, Facebook, Instagram.
And what's the address if they wanted to just pop up and come check
it's
it out?
1874 Dr. Andres Way, Bay 130, Delray Beach, Florida, 33445. They can also call 561-817-8591. I haven't remembered a phone number in at least 30
I was
years.
like, wow, you just rambled all those numbers really quickly.
And then obviously when they come in, a lot of people have problems. We're getting ready to get some 14-foot feather flags because 95 is right there. I'm just going to kind of put in a very strategic place so you can see from wherever and on the ends, because when people come in, they always end up at the other building and they're like, are you A, B, or C? I'm
And you're like, no,
so
none of the above.
when you come in, go all the way through past Go Cafe in the pink transmission building. You can't miss it.
Yep.
And make a left all the way back to the black building. I mean, that's it.
And then Janine, for you, can they also get to you through Pixelworks, or how do they?
They can
Okay.
also book through the Pixelworks website, or they can go to stellamix.com.
Amazing.
And we made everything here like really accessible. I mean, obviously, like today after the show, I got to go out West Delray to take some portraits from some lawyers. I mean, if I'm not here, how do you get in? Well, everything's connected to my phone. The front door, the
High tech,
alarm.
guys, high tech.
Every office has a thumbprint. Every room has a thumbprint and a code or a key or an app, a Bluetooth with your phone or Wi-Fi. It's
kinda cool.
to get
Yeah.
in. Down to the fridge even tells me if the door's open on my phone.
Wow.
I mean, it's stupid. We have cameras. We
He's
have all the
calling you,
security.
yelling at you, close that refrigerator.
But we want to, the thing is that somebody's running a private office. I just
Yeah.
want people walking because they need a pen. I mean, that's your
Yeah,
private space.
yeah,
Like, you don't need to have your
exactly. No.
fingerprint there. If you're coming in to do podcasts or co-working and you're not a photographer, videographer, there's no reason to go into the studio. It's just,
Yeah,
I'm a Marine. I like to keep people
Yep.
honest and pull away any temptation. otherwise, it's a free space. If you're renting, you can come in, and everything is through. Actually, I'm using Calendly right now for everything. You can schedule, you can book, and
that's great. So you can see that if there's an open space, if you know you're going to need something, you have a client coming in town in a week, you can check online and make sure it's open and come on in. I mean, I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, and then we're collaborating with the community. So we have an last artwork they had here. Kevin Giordano Art. He's got 3 pieces in here, so we're collaborating with them and letting them hang space because we have a lot of wall space.
Yeah, you do.
Hopefully Stephen Green reaced out for maybe put some of his stuff up. I'm like, that's great, Yeah. And then we're going to do, and any artist that we collaborate with, what we're going to do is we're going to do an opening for them on each art walk.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So that we drag people in here because it's not just about Pixelworks, it's about the artist.
Yeah.
I mean, the hardest thing that anybody is just the marketing, getting people to know.
Yeah.
And the more activity that comes through here, the better it is going to be for everybody that's in here. And that comes and joins the Pixelworks team, if you will.
Right. So thank you guys very much.
And thank you for hosting us today. Yes. I mean, we had pastries this morning. Guys, this is the place to be.
And then we have one more guy really quick. So I'm a veteran. I support veterans. So I support a couple of different organizations. But now...
Hold up, Emilio. Let us go ahead and do the introduction of our next guest real quick. Emilio just taking over the show.
Okay, so...
I'm sorry, I thought he was the host.
He's the host of the space, so he is the host in a sense.
And actually, our next guest, Mr. Conrad Ogletree, this is not his first time actually on the show, and he's been here before really to talk about this awesome program that you have. So basically, I want you to go ahead and introduce that program and then actually talk about what you're doing here today.
Okay, so first off, thank you all for inviting me. Thank you all. And what I'm hearing is this is really about story. It's always about story. Story creates community. So what do? Veterans and Homefront Voices is mission driven to connect veterans, those who served on the home front, so mom, dad, siblings, spouse, children, and friends, into this bigger world of non-veterans or civilians. Because we are all of one, if you will, one tribe, right? We just don't know it yet. So I have conveniently had in my hand, we are going to be leading, we, the veterans, are going to be leading, by the way, I'm a son and grandson of a veteran, I'm not a veteran, the parade, this is the Delray St. Patrick's Day Parade on March 11th. What we did last year, because we led it then, is we had these signs distributed along the route. So the guys from Korea just want you to know there was a Korea War. And from Vietnam, they never got a ticker tape welcome home parade. So we turned the parade into a welcome home parade. And you should see these tough old guys were all just bawling. It's beautiful. I take that as a sign that we've touched, right? So this is going to be delivered. There are 7 military eras. We can't stop getting into trouble because we got a good army, especially Marines. I should say we have good troops, especially Marines. And on the back, are facts about that era.
Oh, cool.
So we pass these out along the parade route 30 minutes before the parade so the fans, the spectators can wave it and learn about the era. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You always have some cool concepts.
Well, hold on, because what's more fun than an Army parachute guy?
The kids are gonna love that.
The kids, you mean us? What do you mean the kids? Run around.
So I have you have 2 sons, is it, Jamal?
I have a son and a daughter.
Son and a daughter, and Amanda, you've got a daughter.
And I got the pink one. She's gonna be happy.
It is so much fun.
Yes.
And when we're going down the parade, we will have 250 or so people in that group marching down, and they're going to be handing out our little army men and trinkets. And the World War II veterans are the grand marshals of the event, so they will be at the very front. And why I'm particularly here is because we are recruiting golf carts. These guys are not going to walk 2 miles.
No, they
can't. The Korea
can't.
vets are not really going to walk 2 miles, and some of the Vietnam vets.
Yeah.
So we're recruiting golf carts. All right, well, you are, my friend. So we are recruiting people with golf carts to convoy our guests of honor.
Oh, so if
It's
you
gonna
have
be
a
beautiful.
golf cart, you need to get in touch with him.
How could they get in contact with
Well,
you?
we
honor
have a
events.
link. It's going to be somewhere that you have, so you can go and you can click on it to volunteer a cart or other things, And if you're a veteran, click on it and register and
Yeah.
come. So we're going to have a blast. Now, I have to step up if I can.
Yes, of
and
course.
say, this is how I got here. Thank you. This is how I got here. Was
Yes.
Emiliano.
Yep.
And he has this eye.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to tell you, this is one of the things that we do. Can I get you to hold that? Thank you. This is what we give to veterans. It's called a legacy plaque. Their picture, their name, their branch, the years they served, and then what we
Oh,
call
that's
their
beautiful.
legacy statement. I have given this out. We have given these to over 250 veterans.
Wow.
And frequently, there are tears.
Yes.
I'm still caught up in the emotion of it, but the beauty
Yeah.
of this, our older image was older.
Mm-hmm.
And Emiliano, in 60 minutes, came up with this, and you
It's beautiful.
can't necessarily appreciate that difference. It is stunning.
Mm-hmm.
So now I know that not only are we doing something that is emotionally connecting,
Yes.
but it's beautiful too. But wait, there's more, because yesterday there was a 102-year-old veteran's birthday.
Oh.
World War II, and I'm talking to his daughter, and she said, I would love to capture him, to record him. So I said, well, I know Janine Stella.
Yes.
And so we're talking about, we will have vets vignettes,
Oh, how cool.
and you will hear stories you simply cannot believe.
Yeah.
And it's not stories of bravery, it's stories of service to others.
Yes.
It's just wonderful. So I come from the high-tech world. Incubators are a big deal. This is the only incubator I really know of. I've been here for several different things and met 4 great contacts.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking for a place to meet people, to
Yes.
get creative, I love Pixelworks.
I think that's an awesome concept.
This is
as
beautiful.
well. I think
Great
that's an awesome
job,
concept.
Emiliano.
Something so small, but it goes such
Yes.
long ways.
Yep.
Yes.
So that's a
Because
great
these
memory.
brave men and women, they deserve everything.
Right.
And especially something that they can look at and be proud of and feel. That's right,
And
I
Amelia,
did that.
your reach across
Yeah.
different paths. I mean, reaching out. I know you're a veteran yourself, but at the same time, you're doing very unique.
Yes. Yeah.
I love everybody, so,
Yeah, that's really good.
I just love doing everything that
Yeah.
I do. It's always been fun. I mean, I'm a people person.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather shoot the shit all day long than work, but
This is a kid-friendly show.
I think you're the first person who actually swore Emiliano on the show.
Oh my
even,
God.
even me, I've never been dropped one.
And by the way, we are going to be doing actually a Pixelworks podcast too. That's going to bring in
great.
everybody from Delray Beach.
Awesome.
To give exposure. We're going to do it weekly. We're
That's
working on
wonderful.
it now. We're in the beginning stages, but in a couple months we'll have it launched and ready to go.
Amazing.
So we'll have you guys on and whoever, and we're just going to make a list of people.
Yeah.
And we're going to kind of spin out off the design district and
Yep,
just kind
and
of
go
go
out.
circle
I
out.
love it.
I think that's an awesome
I
way
love
to
it.
give a lot of people over here exposure.
Yes.
Really, too.
Well,
Exactly.
that's what it needs
Exactly.
here. I mean,
Right.
Create this
exposure
community.
is the biggest thing. I'm working on some drone videos and stuff that we did from the last event for them. So
Oh, did
hopefully-
you do those ones that were on, they had something on Instagram that was really cool about the design district from the last art walk. Did you see that?
Was it a video
Yeah.
with the drone?
Yeah, it looked like it was like aerial.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
very
that-
cool.
Yeah, that was me then.
It was
I didn't know they posted
It was so cool. No, I saw it at was it last night or this morning when I was like just doing a little bit of research and I was like, wow, that's very
I
cool.
got a bunch of them I'm cutting. I'm getting into it a little bit more, the
Yeah.
content creation for Studio Be
Yeah.
Squared. I mean, I just turned 49. I'm ready to kind of, I've been grinding a lot. So,
Yeah, this is
it's ready to
amazing.
kind of kick it back actually a little bit.
Well,
but
I have to say,
do
I'm
better
so
things,
excited about this because since I have known you, when I moved here, you were talking about having a studio, and here it is. And not only were you just thinking about your business, but also about so many other
many
people
other people,
and how you can serve them again.
I've always said,
and
I love
help.
all my friends, but I don't want to pay for them all to go to Vegas with me to have a good time. I'd rather help them grow so we can all pay our way and have a good time,
exactly.
And that's
Yep.
really what it comes
Yeah.
down to. I mean, pivot and
Amazing.
shift and
Yeah.
get back and just do a little bit of everything.
I
It's
love
fun,
it.
So thank you guys
Thank
very
you
much.
so
You guys
much,
appreciate you for your
everyone.
time. St. Patrick's Day Parade. Make sure you guys are
Check
down.
it out.
Check it out. Come over to Pixelworks as well. Over here on Dr. Andre's Way. You got to really just come check out the space.
Yeah.
Just come check out the space and just walk the whole design
Yes,
district over here.
it's very cool. Very, very cool.
There's a couple
area.
of little pocket here or there. People are like, huh? But actually, everybody in here, you pull away that visual, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Everybody's actually really great in here, even even if you can't different language.
Well, right now, this area is still up and coming, so it's still a lot of work to really do in this area. But I can say from
It's come
what
a
it used to
long
look like 5 years ago
way.
is a totally different, totally different
With
space.
this, I mean, this place after,
Yeah.
7 weeks of building it
Yeah.
out, it's just crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, come and check it out.
Come and check it out. Thank you guys very much.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate it. Oh man, so listen, you have to come over here.
Yep.
Really check out this space. They're doing a wonderful job. The co-working space, they have the photo room. I mean, he can do whatever he wants to do in there. Really, if you need a green screen, all this other crazy stuff. So he can do a lot. Then even speaking about the podcast room, so as well. Some people, even if you just want to get out of your house, you're working from home and you're getting tired of that monotony of sitting in your own living room, this could be a nice little co-working space. And then when you come here, you might be able to meet and grow your business too, because you never know who's working in this space.
Absolutely. I love it.
That's really awesome. So, we'll go ahead and close it out. No further ado. We love you. Have a Delray day. Peace.
I invite you to join me at the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, because here we're all about community. With like-minded people and businesses, the Chamber will help your business grow, and you get to connect with people that will become your best friends. Weekly events give you ample opportunities to learn alongside talented professionals. At the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, we are better together. Become a member at delraybeach.com.